What's up, soul family and everyone out there in the world? This is Moonology and this is going to be a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses for the first half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Capricorn. Now, before I get started with the reading, I do hope that all of y'all Libras had a good Sagittarius season, and I hope all is well, or is going well with you as we transition into Capricorn. So, I hope that Capricorn season goes well for y'all in general. Now, let's talk about what the Sun represents and what it represents being in Capricorn. So, the Sun is, of course, our actions, our viewpoints, how we see the world around us, as well as correlates to our wants, and it is going to bring the energies of cardinal Earth, which is initiating and creating new ways of thinking and being practical. And Capricorn was born out of the 10th house of business, status, what you are broadcasting, which can ultimately become your career. So, with that being said, not Virgo, but Libra, you are cardinal Ale, which is initiating and creating new ways of thinking and communicating. And Libra was born out of the 7th house of relationships and how you relate to others. Now, since Libra and Capricorn square each other as energies, Libra Sun, you're going to be in a learning process when it comes to your actions, viewpoints, how you see the world around you, as well as your wants, and it's going to be a learning process of learning how to be more practical with the ways that you initiate and communicate, initiate thinking and communicating. You're going to be learning how to put more practicality to the ways that you initiate and communicate. And Libra moons, this is what you're going to be attracting. You're going to be attracting others who are learning how to be more practical with their ways of initiating, new ways of thinking and communicating towards you. So, since the Sun is what you put out and the Moon is what you attract, that's what you're going to be attracting. Now, I'm going to shuffle the Universal Celtic Tarot deck a few more times, and pull 9 cards plus an overall from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck. Then move on to the Vital Waite deck for clarifications, and then move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, let's give this deck one more shuffle and we will begin. All of y'all, hope all goes well for y'all during this first half of this transition sign of Capricorn. So let's see what's going on for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the first half of the Sun transition sign of Capricorn. So, your overall energy for the reading is the 7 of Pentacles, so you waiting. You've planted seeds in particular areas of life, and you're waiting for those seeds to grow into fruition. Now, your first card for Universal Celtic Tarot deck you get is the 9 of Cups, which is emotional independence. So I see you being emotionally independent during this time, as well as having everything that you need in the emotional realm, but you may not have everything that you want. Keep in mind that this particular 9 of Cups, this particular 9 of Cups is talking about fertility. So if you're not trying to get pregnant or want to get anybody else pregnant, do the necessary means from preventing that from happening. Moving on to your second card is the 2 of Swords. So the 2 of Swords is a choice that you're needing to make, and you feel a bit stuck. As you can see here with the 2 of Swords, the Moon is in the 2 of Swords, and the Moon represents intuition. So follow your intuition during this time while the Sun is transitioning the first half of the Sun of the sign of Capricorn, and do what's best for your highest good and betterment of your well-being while listening to your intuition. Now, your third card for Universal Celtic Tarot deck they get is the 4 of Swords. So I feel like you are taking rest, you're taking a break, you're stepping back and meditating. Keep in mind that meditating is either focusing on one specific thing and honing in on that one specific thing, or clearing yourself away from all thoughts and feelings by sitting in the energies of feeling nothing and thinking nothing. Try to gain energies away from you. But you're in a period of rest during the first half of the Sun transition sign of Capricorn. Your fourth card for Universal Tarot deck that you get is the Ten of Cups. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness within a situation. Mind you, you all waiting for stuff to grow into fruition. We'll clarify that when we get to it. But there is happiness and bliss in your life in the emotional world. The Ten of Cups is one of the most positive emotional cards in the tarot. And this is talking about having everything that you want and need in the emotional realm. Now, for your fifth card for Universal Tarot deck that you get is the Two of Cups. So there could be a new relationship, a new energy within an existing relationship, or you listening to your higher self during this time. But there is some type of intense connection or movement that you're taking action on during the first half of the sun transition sign of Capricorn. Now you got your sixth card for Universal Tarot deck that you get is the Tower card, which is Scorpio energy, so you could be there with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or have Scorpio in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the first half of the Sun transition sign of Capricorn. But with the Tower coming up, I feel like there was sudden change within the circumstance or situation. Mind you, you're still waiting for stuff to happen with the Seven of Pentacles, but I do see the rest that you're taking due to this sudden change, due to this Tower moment that you experienced. Alright, so focus on healing throughout this Tower moment. Know that you do have happiness in your life. Just don't get caught up into being impatient or waiting for the for what doesn't serve you to go into fruition. Now your seventh card for Universal Tarot deck that you get is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is talking about material independence. You're taking care of yourself, you're financing yourself, you're doing what's necessary to do things on your own during this time. With the Nine of Pentacles being showing up in the spread, you also have everything that you need in the material world, but you may not have everything that you want, but you are making it by. So the Nine of Pentacles is a good card to see coming through. Now with your eighth card for Universal Tarot deck that you get is the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like you're working hard while mastering this craft that you're working on. You're taking the time to really put energy into this work with the Eight of Pentacles showing up. Whether that be a relationship or like work in general, there is a lot of progress happening with the Eight of Pentacles showing up once again. Now with your last card, but for not least, for the Universal Tarot deck they get is the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is taking action and communicating about what you want and desire during the first half of the Sun transition sign of Capricorn. Just do your best to not be overbearing towards others or towards this person that you have the situation in, or whatever it is that you're waiting on and waiting for. Don't become impatient and become overbearing, but continue to take action and communicate. But like I said, don't be too pressuring towards anybody else. So with that being said, let's move on to clarifications. Overall summary of this spread as it is right now is you are waiting for something. You're doing your best to be patient. You are in emotional and material independence, given them both Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles showing up here. You do have this decision or stand still that you're going through with this Two of Swords. Just do your best to follow your intuition to guide you through. With the Four of Swords, you are taking a break and resting and taking a step back and meditating. Once again, meditation is either focusing and honing on one specific theme or clearing yourself away from all thoughts and feelings. Now with the Ten of Cups being here, there is happiness, a lot of happiness within a situation, a lot of love within a situation, or a lot of emotional connection within the situation, given the fact that Ten of Cups is here and the Two of Cups is also here. So it very well could be dealing with a relationship, but I do see new energies coming through. With this Tower card, there is sudden change happening. Just focusing on healing anything that you need to heal through. With the Eight of Pentacles, you are working hard, either with your work in general or working on this happiness that I see here with this Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups. Though there is that Tower card, we'll clarify that when we get to it. And the Knight of Swords is that action, that communication, that drive to go after what you want and desire during the first half of the Sun transition sign of Capricorn. So let's see what your overall is, and the overall is being the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Wands. So I feel a bit wounded. I've been feeling this sort of energy throughout the reading. I do feel like there's some form of hurt or wounds that are needing to be healed, and you feel a bit guarded, or you are waiting for a situation to grow into fruition, to grow into that happiness, to grow into this 10 of Cups that I see here. Now with this 9 of Cups, the 9 of Cups is clarified by the 3 of Cups. So there are good people around you. You've got people that care for you around you, and also a reason to celebrate with the 3 of Cups. And this good energy is helping you remain independent in the emotional war during this time. Now with the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Swords is clarified by the Magician card, which is Virgo energy. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or have Virgo in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the first half of the Sun transition sign of Capricorn. But there is manifestation that's wanting to take place, but you're in a standstill with this 2 of Swords, with the Magician card clarifying the 2 of Swords. There's potential to manifest here, but you're going to need to get past this standstill that you're in with this choice. Like I said, follow your intuition, and you will end up manifesting what you want. Now with the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Swords. So I feel like you're taking a break, but I feel like there's also still some sort of action, or at least a wanting to. Alright? You may be taking a break, but wanting to go after what you want and desire during this time. Or with the Knight of Swords clarifying the 4 of Swords, I feel like you're pulling back from a situation of some sort, and like taking your time with things, letting things play out naturally. Now with the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, which is talking about moving practically and slow, methodical towards what you want and desire. And with the Nine of Pentacles clarifying the 10 of Cups, I feel like you're taking your time to get to that place of happiness, as we see here with the 10 of Cups. Now with the 2 of Cups, the 2 of Cups is clarified by the 5 of Swords. There is some sense of defeat within a situation, I feel like we're dealing with a relationship, given the fact that the 9 of Wands is here, and this 9 of Pentacles is clarifying the 10 of Cups, and now the 5 of Swords clarifying the 2 of Cups. There is defeat within a particular situation or relationship that I see here. Don't let this defeat get to you. Just do your best to move one step at a time, day by day, and do your best to just live in the present. Don't worry about what may happen or what has happened. Just remain in the present and focus on healing. And with the Tower card, the Tower card is clarified by the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is a spark of clarity, truth, realization, a birthing of a new thought, but it's leading into a Tower moment. So the Tower moment had been because of this clarity or this aha moment for you. So I don't know what that may be. Maybe you got tired of something. Maybe you had a thought come up. I see some type of defeat here. So something happened. Not sure what, but it led up into a Tower moment. Now with the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Swords, which is you doing your best to adapt. Alright, you're remaining independent, but you're doing your best to adapt to the situation at hand, with the Page of Swords clarifying the 9 of Pentacles. Then with the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles is clarified by the 7 of Wands. So you're working on letting your guard down. So with the 7 of Wands clarifying the 8 of Pentacles, because the 7 of Wands is talking about the defensive energy, and that's what's clarifying the work. You're working on not being so defensive during this time. You might have had your guard up a lot, and you needed to let it down and work on letting that guard down due to past situations that you've been through in the past. So if you see you working on letting your guard down here, and with the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Swords is clarified by the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy. So you can deal with the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or have Sagittarius in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the first half of the Sun transition in the sign of Capricorn. But with the Temperance card clarifying the 9 of Swords, I feel like you are doing your best to mix 2 or more words together, create that balance in between, perform that alchemy, and mix things in an equilibrium way. But you're still wanting to go after what you want and desire in your life during this time. But you're doing your best to combine yourself and perform that sense of alchemy. Bring that balance into this situation that you are currently in. So With that being said, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. Alright, so your first card that you get from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. So I feel like as long as you keep working on yourself, letting your guard down, working through any of this pain, taking a step back and really reevaluating the situation and do what's best for yourself as well as anybody else that you're dealing with, a personal issue will reach resolution for you during the first half of the sun, which is in the sign of Capricorn. Now your second card from Mother Moon to you through me is Waning Moon. What do you need to release? So what is it that you need to release? I see you working on letting your guard down. So maybe you need to release that guard when it comes to this situation, so you can let this happen, as I see here with this Ten of Cups come in. But there is this Five of Swords, this sense of defeat. But just ask yourself, what is it that you need to release during this time? And you will come up with the answers. The answers will be brought to you, and then proceed accordingly based on what feels right to you, your intuition, what's best for your higher self, and the betterment of your well-being moving forward. Now your last card, but definitely not least, for Mother Moon to you through me is New Moon Aries. It's time to take action. So it is time to take action during the first half of the sun, which is in the sign of Capricorn. So take action on what it is that you need to take action on. Take action on working on yourself, which I see here. I feel like the Seven of Wands, clarifying this Eight of Pentacles, is you working on yourself heavily. And when you take action, things will come into that sense of balance and harmony within that situation that you're dealing with. So, with that being said, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses, this will be all for your general reading. I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or ages you anyway. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Shout out to the Pilot Man. Y'all be blessed. Remember that you'll never be less. Y'all take care and peace.